Welcome to our video where we'll be exploring the fascinating stories of 3 companies that experienced incredible highs and devastating lows. These companies set the foundation for the future but got busted themselves. We'll delve into the rise and fall of Comet, the airline that was ahead of its time, the roller coaster journey of Rovio, the company behind the worldwide phenomenon Angry Birds, and the short but impactful rise and fall of Vine, the app that revolutionized short-form video content. Join us as we examine the factors that led to their success, the challenges they faced, and the lessons we can learn from their journeys. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the rise and fall of Comet, Rovio, and Vine. The aviation industry has always been at the forefront of technological innovation. From the first powered flight by the Wright brothers in 1903 to the commercial jet era of the 1960s, aviation has always been about pushing boundaries and achieving the impossible. One of the most fascinating chapters in aviation history is the story of Comet, the world's first commercial jetliner. In this part, we will take a look at the rise and fall of Comet and what lessons we can learn from its story. The birth of Comet. After the Second World War, there was a growing demand for faster air travel. Propeller planes, which had been the mainstay of commercial aviation, were no longer sufficient to meet the needs of an increasingly globalized world. Passengers wanted to travel faster, further, and more comfortably than ever before. De Havilland takes up the challenge. In 1946, the British government approached de Havilland, a renowned aircraft manufacturer, to design a new type of aircraft that would be faster and more efficient than anything that had come before. De Havilland took up the challenge and began work on what would eventually become Comet. The design of Comet. Comet was a revolutionary aircraft in many ways. It was the first commercial jetliner, and it boasted a number of technological innovations that would later become standard in the aviation industry. These included pressurization, air conditioning, and oval windows. The aircraft was also designed to fly higher and faster than any other plane at the time. The first commercial jet flight. Comet made its maiden flight on July 27, 1949. The flight was a success, and it marked the beginning of a new era in aviation. The world had never seen anything like it before. The world's first jetliner. Comet entered commercial service in 1952, and it was an instant success. Passengers loved the speed and comfort of the aircraft, and airlines quickly placed orders for more planes. Comet had revolutionized air travel. The advantages of jet travel. Jet travel had a number of advantages over propeller planes. Jets were faster, more efficient, and more comfortable. They could fly higher and further, and they could carry more passengers and cargo. Jet travel was the future of aviation. Manufacturing problems. Despite its early success, Comet faced a number of manufacturing problems. The aircraft was complicated to build, and de Havilland struggled to keep up with demand. The company also faced competition from American aircraft manufacturers, who were developing their own jetliners. Safety concerns. In 1953, Comet suffered its first fatal accident. The cause of the crash was later determined to be metal fatigue, a problem that had not been fully understood at the time. De Havilland made modifications to the design of the aircraft, but the damage had been done. Passengers were now afraid to fly on Comet. Public relations disaster. The safety concerns surrounding Comet turned into a full-blown public relations disaster. Airlines canceled their orders, and passengers began to avoid the aircraft. De Havilland struggled to regain the trust of the public, but the damage had been done. The first crash. In 1954, Comet suffered another fatal accident. This time, the cause of the crash was the same as the first, metal fatigue. The crash was a devastating blow to the reputation of the aircraft and the company. The investigation. The crash of Comet led to a major investigation by the British government. The investigation revealed a number of design flaws and manufacturing defects in the aircraft. De Havilland was forced to make significant changes to the design and production of Comet. The end of Comet. Despite the changes made by de Havilland, Comet was never able to fully recover. The damage to its reputation had been too great, and airlines and passengers had lost faith in the aircraft. In 1963, de Havilland announced that it was ceasing production of Comet. Lessons learned. The rise and fall of Comet has many lessons to learn. You can be highly innovative, but you should also focus on the ground realities. Here are some lessons that emerge out of the tragic end of Comet. The importance of safety. The story of Comet is a stark reminder of the importance of safety in the aviation industry. Safety should always be the top priority, and any potential risks should be identified and addressed as early as possible. The need for rigorous testing. Comet suffered from design flaws and manufacturing defects that could have been identified and addressed through rigorous testing. Testing should be a top priority in the development of any new aircraft. The dangers of being a trailblazer. Comet was a trailblazer in many ways, but it also faced significant challenges as a result. Being a trailblazer comes with risks, and companies should be prepared to face those risks head-on. The story of Comet is a fascinating chapter in the history of aviation. It was a trailblazer in many ways, but it ultimately fell victim to safety concerns and manufacturing defects. The lessons learned from the rise and fall of Comet continue to shape the aviation industry to this day. Our next story is about the company that revolutionized the gaming industry. It is a modern story, and we are sure you know the game. Some of you might have even played it. But, do you know about the company? Let's explore the game and the company and how it got busted. Rovio Entertainment Corporation is a Finnish mobile game developer that was founded in 2003 by three friends, Niklas Head, Jarno Väikväinen, and Kim Dykert. The company is best known for developing the popular mobile game Angry Birds. The game was first released in 2009 and quickly became a huge success, with over 2 billion downloads to date. However, Rovio's success was short-lived, and the company experienced a period of decline. In this part, we will explore the rise and fall of Rovio and how the company managed to bounce back and regain its position as a leading mobile game developer. Early successes. Rovio's first mobile game was a puzzle game called King of the Cabbage World. The game was released in 2005 and received positive reviews. Rovio continued to release new games, but none of them were particularly successful. The creation of Angry Birds. In 2009, Rovio released Angry Birds, a mobile game that would change the company's fortunes forever. The game was created by a small team led by Jaakko Aisalo. The team had been working on a number of game prototypes when they came up with the idea for Angry Birds. Early successes of Angry Birds. Angry Birds was an instant success. The game was praised for its simple yet addictive gameplay, and it quickly became the most popular mobile game in the world. Rovio continued to release new versions of the game, including Angry Birds Seasons and Angry Birds Rio. Over-reliance on Angry Birds. Rovio became too reliant on the success of Angry Birds and failed to innovate. The company continued to release new versions of the game, but they were all very similar to the original. This led to a decline in interest in the game and a drop in revenue for Rovio. Other failed projects. Rovio attempted to release other games, but none of them were as successful as Angry Birds. The company also invested heavily in merchandise and theme parks, but these ventures were also unsuccessful. The rise again of Rovio. Rovio realized that it needed to diversify its offerings and innovate in order to stay relevant. The company started to develop new games, including Bad Piggies and Angry Birds Star Wars. Rovio also started to invest in other areas, including animation and publishing. Partnerships and collaborations. Rovio also formed partnerships and collaborations with other companies, including NASA and Lucasfilm. These collaborations helped to keep the Angry Birds franchise fresh and exciting. Return of Angry Birds. Rovio also released a new version of Angry Birds, called Angry Birds 2, in 2015. The game was a huge success and helped to reignite interest in the franchise. Rovio's rise and fall and then rise again is a testament to the importance of innovation and diversification in the tech industry. The company's over-reliance on Angry Birds led to a decline, but Rovio was able to bounce back by diversifying its offerings and collaborating with other companies. Okay, let's move on to the next story. Short videos are the most popular format of videos that millions of people like to watch every hour. Be it TikTok, or Facebook or YouTube Shorts, we all love them and are addicted. But, the main trendsetter was the video making app. The company rose to its glory but got busted in a short time. So, here is the story. In 2013, a new video sharing app called Vine was launched, quickly becoming a popular platform for creating and sharing short, looping videos. The app gained a massive following, including popular content creators, artists, and celebrities. But after 4 short years, the app was discontinued in 2017. In this part, we'll take a closer look at the rise and fall of Vine and explore what led to its downfall. The internet has always been a space for creativity, and social media platforms have become increasingly popular in recent years for creators to showcase their talent. Vine, launched in 2013, was one such platform that allowed users to create and share 6-second looping videos. The app quickly became a sensation, attracting millions of users, and introducing a new era of content creation. Vine's meteoric rise and subsequent fall, however, still leave people wondering what happened to this revolutionary app. The birth of Vine. Vine was created by Dom Hoffman, Russ Yusupov, and Colin Kroll, who worked on the project while employed by another startup called Focal. The idea behind Vine was to create a platform where users could share short, looping videos. The founders wanted to provide a space where users could showcase their creativity in bite-sized form. In June 2012, Twitter acquired Vine, which led to the app's official launch in January 2013. The rise of Vine. Vine's unique concept quickly attracted a massive audience, including content creators, influencers, and brands. The app's 6-second format encouraged creativity and enabled users to create viral videos. Vine users, known as Viners, became an essential part of the platform's growth, with some users garnering millions of followers. Vine's popularity skyrocketed after several high-profile celebrities, such as Ellen DeGeneres and Jimmy Fallon, began using the app to create and share videos. The app's unique concept and ease of use, combined with its broad reach, made it an instant hit among audiences of all ages. Vine's impact on culture. Vine's impact on culture was significant. The app created a new space for creativity and provided a platform for people to showcase their talents. The 6-second format was perfect for creating and sharing funny, emotional, and creative videos. Vine also introduced new trends and memes that became popular worldwide. Vine's popularity also led to its integration into other social media platforms, such as Twitter and Instagram. The 6-second format became a new standard for creating engaging content across all platforms, leading to a new era of content creation and consumption. The fall of Vine. Despite Vine's popularity, the app's downfall began in 2015. In October of that year, Twitter announced it would be laying off 336 employees, including many of Vine's top executives. The app's co-founder, Russ Yusupov, was among those who lost their job. This led to a lack of support for the platform, and many content creators began leaving the app for other platforms. Another issue that contributed to Vine's downfall was the app's lack of updates and features. While other social media platforms continued to improve and add new features, Vine remained stagnant. The app's inability to adapt to the evolving needs of its users, coupled with its declining popularity, ultimately led to its downfall. Why Vine failed? The reasons for Vine's failure were numerous. One of the biggest factors was the rise of competing platforms, such as Instagram and Snapchat. These platforms offered similar features to Vine but with more advanced tools and better user experience. Vine's inability to keep up with the competition ultimately led to its demise. Another issue was Vine's lack of monetization options. While other social media platforms offered ways for content creators to monetize their content, Vine did not. This meant that many content creators left the platform in search of more profitable opportunities, leading to a decline in user engagement. Finally, Vine's ownership by Twitter may have played a role in its downfall. Twitter's focus on its core product, coupled with the lack of support for Vine, ultimately led to its discontinuation. Twitter's decision to discontinue Vine was met with widespread disappointment and backlash, with many users calling for the app's revival. Legacy of Vine. Although Vine is no longer available, its legacy lives on. The app's 6-second format and unique approach to content creation continue to inspire creators today. Many of Vine's top content creators, such as Shawn Mendes and King Bach, have gone on to become successful in their own right, with millions of followers across various platforms. Vine's impact on popular culture also cannot be denied. The app introduced new trends, memes, and viral videos that are still remembered and referenced today. Vine's influence can also be seen in the evolution of social media platforms, with many adopting the 6-second format for their own short-form video content. To sum up, Vine's rise and fall were a testament to the power of social media platforms in shaping popular culture. While the app may no longer be available, its legacy lives on, with its influence felt across various social media platforms and in the creativity of content creators worldwide. Vine may have been short-lived, but its impact will be felt for years to come. We hope you liked all the 3 stories. Let us know in the comments which story you liked the most. Also, feel free to share your thoughts and suggestions. Have a great time until Tuesday, when we will post our next set of stories.
Thank you for watching. Please let us know your thoughts and comments below. And please let us know any topic interests you the most. Lastly, please subscribe and share. Greatly appreciated.